Welcome to Halifax in the A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium on the campus of Mount St. Vincent University for MWBA action this afternoon. It's the home team, the Halifax Hornets, taking on the Windsor Edge. Good afternoon, everyone. Alongside Danny DePalma, Vince Williams on hand. And Danny, these two teams match up very well. It's their first meeting in league play this year, but they match up very well, and it all starts in the backcourt for both of these squads.
Yeah, both teams are bringing in a lot of talent in the backcourt. Windsor Edge, I mean, their backcourt is leading the league in scoring right now in their top two guards, and second place is on the line between these two teams. You know, the Hornets are sitting at 4-1 and the Edge at 3-2. The Edge gave the Thunder the closest matchup so far this season. This should be a great game today.
And the Halifax Thunder, 6-0. They are the top team in the MWBA. And as Danny mentioned, the top two scorers in the top three, that is Tiffany Reynolds with 18 points per game, and the top scorer, Carissa Cajarini. These two individuals were teammates for 1 year at Lakehead University, and Cajarini is a very special basketball player.
Yeah, absolutely. She can affect the game in more than one way. She can set up teammates, she can push the pace herself, has the ability to shoot from three, mid-range, and get to the rim. It's going to be a tough check for the Hornets. They'll need their whole team to stop her today.
Lots of balance on the other side for the Hornets in scoring. You're looking at McMillan, who averages 8, and you have Beaumont, who's got 10. Top to bottom, they got balanced scoring from the Hornets, and they are the top leading scoring team, that is, in the MWBA.
Yeah, that's a bit of a coach's dream. I mean, your team leads the league in scoring, but your leading scorer, Chanel Smith, with 11. Very balanced attack. You know, it's tough to scout them when it's by committee that way.
So it's the Hornets in the Edge, and we're just about ready to start this one here at the A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium as the starting lineups coming up underway, and a tip-off. We'll step aside, but we'll send it over to the public address announcer for those starting lineups. Tip-off moments away here on Maritime Athletic Profiles.
Gymnasium for this afternoon's matchup between the Windsor Edge and your Halifax Hornets. Officials for today's game are Alonzo Wright, Brent Stalker, and Paul DeBailey. We'd like to acknowledge that Mount St. Vincent University is built on unceded ancestral Mi'kmaq territory. We pay respect to the knowledge embedded in the indigenous custodians of this land, and to the elders past, present, and future. And now time to meet the starting lineup of the visiting Edge. Under number 5, Jessica Miller. Under number 9, Tiffany Reynolds. Under number 10, Carissa Cajarini. A forward, number 13, Emily O'Neill. And at forward, number 16, Anna Wilson. Head coach of the Edge is Lonnie States. And now time to meet the starting lineup of your Halifax Hornets. At guard from Brantford, Ontario, number 6, Alina McMillan. At forward from Freddie Beach, New Brunswick, number 14, Lucy Beaumont. From Toronto, Ontario, at forward number for Hannah Brown. Head coach of the Hornets is John Trimble.
Neal and Von Maltzen. And for the Hornets, they'll go with McMillan, Beaumont, Follis, Gascoigne, and Brown. And the opening tap controlled by the Hornets. McMillan, she'll bring it over the timeline. Man-to-man being displayed here. A matchup 2-3 zone to be correct for the edge. And McMillan for three, that's no good. Saved on the end line by Gascoigne. Second chance coming up. The pull up, and that rims in and out. Good looking chance there for Beaumont. Unable to get her first field goal to go down. Here comes the edge. Miller, she'll draw for three, and Miller opens up the score from downtown.
Yeah, no hesitation there. Pretty rhythm shot for her too as well. You got to take away easy looks early for the Hornets.
Hornets looking for a response here. The entry pass is kicked out of bounds by Reynolds. As this Hornets team, one of the most premier players in the AUS history in Hannah Brown from Cape Breton University.
Yeah, very tough to guard. I mean, strong inside, can finish, very willing passer, and can pick and pop from three.
AUS MVP All-Canadian. And Brown, right on cue, knocks down the three ball to tie this one up.
Yeah, two great possessions by the Hornets. Ball moving around, touching multiple hands. Good rhythm shot for Hannah Brown.
Here's Kejerini. Kejerini with the pull up. Good close out by Gascoigne, and she'll gather up the rebound. Here's Gascoigne now, hands it off to Follis. That's quickly over to McMillan. McMillan finds some space, she'll pull up. Can't get the jumper to fall, and McMillan's 0 for 2.
Good attempt there. Almost was surprised she was so open at the top of the key. Just got to settle in and gather the feet to take that one.
Three ball there by Kejerini, uncontested, but she can't get it to go down. Here's Gascoigne on the dead run. McMillan into the corner. She'll try to swing it across court. It's batted away, and Reynolds runs it down, and Reynolds puts it up and in on the easy layup. And that's what you get on both ends of the floor by Tiffany Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds is very active, gets deflections on defense, and that created her own score in transition there.
Reynolds averaging 18 points per game. And Brown's second three attempts, no good, and one and done for the Hornets. 2-point lead for the visitors, the edge. Here's Reynolds, she gets inside, can't get it to go down. Good contest by Beaumont, and Reynolds is called for the reach. That'll be her first and team first.
I mean, those plays are tough. Great take by Reynolds, but as important as she is to the edge, she can't pick up that kind of foul in a game important like this. You'd like to see her get those fouls on the other end.
So Follis will inbound. Hornets looking to take the lead or tie it up on this possession. It's early here. Just about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Gascoigne. Tough pass, the catch there by Brown, a turnover, and the edge back the other way. Kejerini. She'll leave it there for Reynolds. Reynolds will direct traffic on the half court. Reynolds inside the Von Maltzen. Von Maltzen, she'll put it off the glass, can't get it to fall. And Brown will come back the other way for the Hornets. McMillan thought about dialing up the three. Brown, I'm not sure if that's a pass or a shot attempt. Nevertheless, last touch by the edge. And possession will stay with the Hornets as Jalen Skier will come in for the first time. McMillan will sit down for the Hornets. Ariana Macias looking to come in to the game for the first time as well. She'll come in for her former teammate, Lucy Beaumont, at St. Mary's University. So Skier will inbound with 11 to shoot. Here's Brown. Quick movement, Skier with no hesitation, puts up the three, can't get it to go. Here's Follis with the follow-up. Can't get it to go down, and Gascoigne saves it on the end line. She'll draw up the three, can't get it to fall. Another offensive rebound as Brown battles for it. And she'll turn it over though, and Kejerini back the other way. Kejerini steps into a three, and Kejerini puts it in. My goodness, what a three ball by Kejerini.
That's just a very tough play. It's hard to stop that. Not many players in the league can make that time to pull up contested.
Brown turns it over. Kejarini tried the stretch pass to Miller. That's knocked away by Gascoigne, who gets back in transition. Gascoigne now, she'll bring it over the timeline. The pace starting to quicken up here.
Couple O boards, multiple possessions in a row for the Hornets. We'll see if that can continue for them.
One and done on that trip, and Kejarini and Reynolds in the open floor. Reynolds on the blow by, and Reynolds banks it in. And that'll force a timeout call by John Trammell. He'll have to talk it over as the Kejarini and Reynolds show starting to take over here in this first quarter.
Yeah, great play by Reynolds there, attacking the closeout by Skier, getting right into the paint. 6 transition points now for the Edge, and that's really the difference in this game so far.
7-0 run for the Edge as the Hornets will call timeout. It's the first matchup between these two teams. Last weekend, in the weekend showcase here at A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium, both of these teams were victorious. The Edge knocked off the Moncton Mystics and the Port City Fog. And for the Hornets, they knocked off the Fredericton Freeze and the Port City Frogs. A couple key games coming up before the championship weekend on June 24th, 26th at St. Mary's University. Looking at the schedule here, there's a big weekend next weekend at Harrison Trimble High School. It'll be another weekend showcase where Windsor will take on Moncton on June 11th, and Halifax will take on Port City in the nightcap at 7 p.m. And then on June the 12th, both of these teams will be back in action once again. The Edge will take on Fredericton, and the Hornets taking on the Mystics. So Hornets basketball out of the timeout, looking to break up this 7-0 run by the Edge. Here's Skier. Skier on the baseline, she'll draw the double. That's kicked out of bounds by Anna Von Moltzen, as the Edge will still be on defense here, as Monroe will step into the game for the first time. Fallis will go to the bench. Maddie Monroe, a teammate of Hannah Brown, as Jasmine Parent is out there as well, out of the timeout for the Hornets.
The Edge are doing a very good job of being active defensively on the ball, making the Hornets rush a little bit every time they catch.
Gotta hurry now, though. Here's Macias on the drive. Monroe on the baseline, and that's in and out. Good look there for Maddie on her first field goal attempt.
Great look, a nice drive with poise to set up a teammate. That's a very positive play for the Hornets.
And count it, and one, as Reynolds went straight to the cup, fouled by Skier, and Tiffany will go to the line to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, I mean, when she gets a full head of steam like that, it's tough to rotate. You got to be loaded ahead of time before she crosses half. Can't greet her at the rim, because this will be the result in AM1.
So Reynolds will step up to try to knock down the three-point play, as Gascoigne will come back for the Hornets. Beaumont will come in, and Gascoigne will go to the bench. Beaumont on the baseline. The Parent, nice catch in traffic, and Reynolds picks up the foul, and that's big, because that's her second with 5:24 remaining in the first.
Exactly. We talked about it not too long ago, that reach in after that layup. Now she has to sub out of the game, and she's in full control of this game right now, so see if the Hornets can capitalize with Reynolds heading to the bench.
So Sydney Foran will step in for her, as Parent will go to the line to shoot two. Jasmine, the former Axewoman, averaging 7 points per game. This is the first of two. As Chelsea Slaughter-Wrights into the game for the first time for the Edge, the former Dalhousie Tiger. Here's Carla Yepes, played her university basketball and just finishing up at UPEI as an AUS champion. She'll throw up the floater there, drew the double on the baseline, can't get her first field goal to go down. Macias now, the Skier. Skier over the Parent. Parent, a straight line drive, that's off the side of the backboard, and another one and done for the Hornets. Kejarini, two-man game with Yepes, steal by Skier. She's got numbers in transition. Macias, easy layup, can't get it to go as Macias blows the left-handed layup, and the buzzer went there, anticipation that she'll make it, Danny.
Everyone thought that was in and that there'd be a stoppage.
Kejarini makes them pay with another three from downtown.
kind of shot that as a coach you just retract that timeout. We don't need it anymore.
Carissa Kegerini with 6 points. She's cooking right now here in this first quarter. A 13-point lead for the Edge. Edge all over the basketball, forces another turnover. Here comes Chelsea Slaughter-Wright. Foreign into the corner. Back to Kegerini. Good closeout there by Skier. Slaughter-Wright for three. Can't get it to fall. Beaumont now. Beaumont, nice crossover on Vaughn Moltzen. And she'll get it in, and now Lonnie States will get that timeout he was looking for from the previous possession down.
Great push by Beaumont there. Dynamic crossover to get right to the rim. I think that three-point line and three-point line area is where the Hornets have to make more hay to get some good shot attempts, because only 5 points in the quarter right now. The half court's not working out for them thus far.
Up and down the floor, and how do you defend a shooter like Carissa Kegerini? Kind of unconventional. Like, she'll pull up at any stage once she gets the ball over the timeline, it looks like.
Yeah, you got to greet her as soon as she crosses half, because really that is her range. And you need a second teammate to kind of talk to the on-ball defender to know, I've got your support whether it's right or left. That way you know you're not just on an island by yourself.
So a timeout called by the Edge as they lead this one 16-5. It's been back and forth. The Hornets, like you said, got to take care of the basketball, turning it over with empty trips, but then not getting back in transition with this Edge team. They really like to push the basketball and get up and down the floor to get those transition buckets. But when you got Carissa Kegerini firing up threes in transition with no help and knocking them down, it's got to be frustrating for John Tramble and the Hornets.
Exactly, especially if you're Coach Tramble. That's probably one of the first things you brought up on the scout is take away rhythm shots for their best players, and they've taken them thus far. So, you know, hopefully the Hornets can turn some defense into offense and can get it out in transition even a little bit more.
So out of the timeout, the Edge, they'll go with Yepes. It'll be Chelsea Slaughter-Wright. Kegerini still out there. Vaughn Moltzen and Foreign. Slaughter-Wright to the rim. Good defense there on the ball by Skier. Their counter with Hannah Brown. She came back out of the timeout. Monroe, Macias, and Beaumont. Here's Macias into the corner to Skier. Skier will put up the three. Can't get it to go down. And Monroe with another offensive rebound. Beaumont with the pull-up. Good contest there by Vaughn Moltzen. And Vaughn Moltzen, a former Defensive Player of the Year with the Dalhousie Tigers. Lots of accolades in the AUS and U Sports from both of these teams.
Yeah, and just a workhorse on that possession there to challenge and then still fight for the rebound right after. Multiple efforts by her on that play.
Kegerini with Yepes over to Foreign. Foreign trying that pocket pass to Yepes. It's kicked by Beaumont, and it will stay with the Edge as Gascoigne has come back for the Hornets, along with McMillan. Leah Frazier's in there as well. The St. Vex ex-woman. Kegerini with the wild shot off the backboard. Slaughter-Wright with the rebound, can't get the putback to go, and Frazier will clear the boards.
Really good defense there by Gascoigne, using her length to alter that shot the whole possession.
Good entry there. Good catch and a tie-up. And once again on the defensive end, you got Yepes and Vaughn Moltzen, and possession arrow will favor the Edge. Edge are not giving up any space here, even on entries.
No, every closeout is a short closeout. They're on ball right away. Rotations are on time. They came ready to play today.
Slaughter-Wright will draw the foul on Beaumont, and Chelsea will go to the line to shoot two. So the Edge coming into this game 3-2 on the season. The Hornets 4-1, as you said at the top of the broadcast. Second place is on the line for both of these teams. 8 points for the Hornets, 6 for the Edge.
And, you know, it's tough when the Hornets aren't scoring, so every possession they have to sprint back in transition, but the pace that the Edge are playing with is really, really tough right now. Whoever has it, they're trying to push the ball up to the three-point line as fast as they can.
So Slaughter-Wright goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Beaumont, the Gascoigne. Another three, and Gascoigne puts it in. Good rhythm there on that half-court set.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, great driving kick by Gascoigne. Beaumont was ready to take that one.
Von Molten can't get it to go down, and Frazier with another defensive rebound will bring it up the floor. McMillan. Beaumont steps into a three. That's a little too strong, and Foreign comes up with the rebound. Kegerini. Von Molten can't get it to go down, and that's tapped into the arms of Beaumont, and Beaumont will bring it up. Here's Beaumont now, looking to push. Gascoigne blows by Kegerini, count it, and one.
Very decisive take there by Gascoigne, just absolutely blew by the closeout. Great play by her to finish for the and one.
So Clara Gascoigne averaging 5 points per game. St. Mary's University product. Here's Gascoigne. She'll look to complete the three-point play here. And Clara knocks it down, and that'll cut the lead to 6.
Be interesting to see who closes this last 140 strong. The Hornets can make it a 1 or 2 possession game. They'd be very happy with that first quarter finish.
Yepes for 3. That rims in and out. Beaumont picks up the loose ball. Picked up full court by Kegerini. McMillan for 3. And McMillan puts it in.
And Beaumont's just a huge factor for the Hornets right now. The ability to push after a D board. She can score herself. She can set up teammates. It's creating a lot of scoring opportunities for the Hornets.
Couple huge three balls here to close out this quarter for the Hornets. Now they're turning it up on the defensive end. Foreign with the loose ball. Can't get it to fall. Kegerini with the offensive board. Yepes steps into a 3. Another offensive rebound, and Slaughter right with the board. Foreign, she'll try from downtown, and it's turning into a 3-point shooting contest, and an empty trip there for the Edge. 0 for 3 from downtown. Brown with the spin, banks it off the glass, and that's tapped into the arms of Kegerini. She'll stretch it up to Foreign. Under 30 to play here in the opening quarter, a 3-point lead for the Edge. Kegerini, she'll take Gascoigne to the rim, and Gascoigne protesting a little bit there, thought she had position, but Carissa Kegerini will shoot 2.
I think Kegerini had her on the first step, and then usually when a ref sees that, they know the advantage was created, so had to call that one.
So Gascoigne will pick up her first, team's third, with 21.7 remaining here. Kegerini, a pretty efficient free throw shooter. Misses the first. And she misses both. Rebound though by McNeil. Kegerini with another 3, no good. Yepes, nice pass in there. The McNeil just wasn't ready for it. Good idea though by Yepes.
Yeah, Edge are starting to create some second chance opportunities. Haven't cashed in yet, but winning the possession battle, I would say, they'll close this quarter.
McMillan now for the tie, and that's in and out. Last touch by Brown, and the Edge will have it with 1.7 remaining. So McNeil will inbound. Kegerini will just hold, and there's the buzzer. So 10 minutes in the books. It was up and down. The Edge got off to a very hot start, but at that 5-minute mark, and a timeout called not by the Hornets, but by the Edge, gave life to John Trammell's club, and they responded in the last 5 minutes to cut the lead down to 3.
Yeah, it wasn't too long after Reynolds picked up her second foul that the tide really started to turn. Started with Gascoigne on defense. She had an open 3 and one, and Beaumont is a clear difference maker for the Hornets as well.
So it's the Edge and the Hornets here at A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium, home of the Mystics. And speaking about the Mystics, congratulations, Coach De Palma, on your first season.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
that,
Vince.
Getting to the Nationals and winning that title. Man, what a feeling that was.
It was really special. Not just how we did it, but who we did it with. Our team being mostly Nova Scotians, and for us to, get together at the right time and go on a run like that is something we'll remember for the rest of our lives, I'm sure.
You got season number 2 coming up. What's that look like?
We're very intrigued about the growth that our returning players can make, but we love our recruiting class too, with Isaac Matheson, Keegan Farron, and Zach Ketty as well, and Sam Gilmore. So taking in some local talent, and we're hoping some returners can take some big strides too as well.
Isaac Matheson, the co-MVP for the Metro High School Basketball League here, playing for CP Allen. So that was a good pick. I must pat you on the back for that.
I'm not sure how we made it happen, but we're pumped, no question.
Nevertheless, you'll take it.
Yep.
So second quarter coming up here, and the Hornets in the edge this afternoon here at Mount St. Vincent University. Highly contested matchup between the second and third place team that is in the MWBA. And it looks like the Hornets will start with possession here in this second, alongside Danny DePalma, Vince Williams on hand, and the entire Maritime Athletic Profiles crew. Hornets still go with McMillan, Skier, Parent, Follis, and Gascoigne. For the edge, they'll counter with Slaughter Wright, Kejarini, McNeil, Yepes, and Reynolds. So Lonnie State's gambling here, injecting Reynolds back into the game, but they start out, and it appears to be a 3-2 matchup zone. Skier can't get the mid-range to go down. And Reynolds now. Reynolds with the blow-by. She'll get inside, loses the handle. She'll be called for the double dribble.
Yeah, nice job being active in the gap, getting a little bit of a deflection on that Reynolds drive. And Cajarini played that whole first quarter, so interesting to see how the edge managed her minutes the rest of the way.
Here's Follis. Skier inside the Parent, that's knocked away. Good hand by Yepes. Cajarini, crossover, draws the double. Nice pass, back door, count it, and one. Slaughter Wright moving without the basketball and got in great position.
And that just kind of shows you the level of respect that Cajarini has. Skier kind of rotated very aggressively, expecting Cajarini to keep it. Ended up finding Slaughter Wright on the back door for a great and one finish.
So Chelsea Slaughter Wright goes to the line and completes the three-point play. So Skier will step out, her second personal, and team's first, and into the game for the first time. For the Hornets is Jayla Varney, former Holland College product. Here's Varney. Varney now look to go inside. Follis looking for it inside on Yepes. Parent now. Draws the double, kick out to McMillan for three. Can't get it to go, and the struggle's continuing for Alana McMillan from three-point range. Kejarini blows by and puts it in.
Beautiful change of pace there, just to kind of stop on a dime, set up the defender, then cross. Very great take there.
Leads up to 8 now for the edge. Varney hands off to Gascoigne. Nice dump in to Follis. And Follis is fouled on the arm by Yepes, who came late with the help.
Great paint touch by Gascoigne there. The Hornets just need to settle down a little bit in that area. They're trying to get the ball in the post where they have an advantage. Haven't necessarily gotten clean catches. If they can drive and slow down once defenders rotate, they'll find open shots.
So Anna Von Moltzen will come back for the edge. As Follis will shoot two. First one's good. She'll go 1 for 2 on that trip. Von Moltzen with the rebound. Reynolds now with direct traffic. Reynolds looking for the screen from Von Moltzen. Doesn't need it. Gives it to Von Moltzen. She'll kick it out to Yepes for 3. Yepes, that's off the side of the backboard. Von Moltzen chases it down, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Good possession defensively there for the Hornets.
Absolutely, yeah. They need to get some stops so they can get out and run a little bit, but good job finishing the whole possession there on defense.
So Beaumont and Macias will come back for the Hornets. Here's McMillan. Beaumont spins. Dumps it off to Follis. Follis can't get it to go down low. She'll get the putback to fall down. Follis, the former Toronto Metropolitan product. Reynolds That's off the backboard. Try to get her own miss.
And this will be Reynolds' third foul, I believe, on the over the back. So
yeah, climbed over the back of Jayla Varney.
You had mentioned they're kind of gambling, playing her with two, and yeah, now you kind of can't go back to her this half.
So 7:51 remaining in the second quarter. Jessica Miller will come in for the edge. So that gamble by Lonnie States doesn't pay off as he loses. The third leading scorer in the league as McMillan finally knocks down the three.
Yeah, you would think, she keeps getting open looks, she's bound to hit one, and that's a huge play for the Hornets if she can get a couple to go down like that.
And that cuts the lead to two. Here's Yepes, she'll spin on McMillan. Nice bounce pass to Kejarini, and Kejarini doesn't make any mistake banking home. Macias now. McMillan on Miller, step back three, count it.
That was tough. Previous play to see it go in gave her that much more confidence to take that pull up there. Unbelievable step back hit by Machias there.
So McMillan, AUS first team All-Star in 2021-22, getting it going, Danny. Back-to-back threes. She was an AUS second team All-Star in 2019-20 and rookie team in 2018-19. A lot of accolades for Scott Monroe and the Huskies. Current player, and she'll go back to the Huskies this fall. Slaughter right with the turnover. Macias, her former teammate, over to her current teammate in Beaumont. Here's Varney. Varney now thought about the three. Quickly move to Macias. Pump fake, gets inside. Kick out to Beaumont for three. Can't get it to go, and Miller comes up with the rebound. Here's Kejarini. Kejarini splits the D and banks it home.
Yeah, gotta be ready off ball to help on her drives, because if she's not pulling up for three or mid-range, she's getting right to the rim.
Carissa Kejarini, the former Lakehead University product, as Macias answers with the three, and that'll be a timeout called by the Edge as she ties it up from downtown.
Big hit there. The Hornets are doing a really good job playing with pace and transition. Whoever brings it up, they're playing with some pace, trying to set up teammates, keeping the ball moving. It's not getting stuck in one spot. Kajarini looked a little fatigued there coming back in transition. See if the minutes start to affect her a little bit.
She looked for a blow there. She was directing the substitution sign towards Lonnie States. I think she was coming out, but it's going to be interesting. If you're the Edge, now you got Kejarini and Reynolds on the bench. Who do you go to and look for on the offensive side?
I think you kind of got to go by committee, but you got some perimeter posts like Yepes who can create shots in the post and on the perimeter, and great opportunity for the Edge before playoffs to see who can step up with your two top players out.
And for the Hornets, the good run in this second quarter, knowing that there's not going to be Reynolds is not going to be a factor in this second quarter. Kejarini's sitting down. You tied it up on that three. John Trammell's done an outstanding job of getting bodies in and out and just trying to find that right group on the floor to get that nucleus going and getting the offensive possessions, and plus on the defensive side doing an outstanding job of limiting the Edge to the one and dones.
Yeah, that's a great point, Vince. I mean, the way the game started, you can abandon your game plan because it's not working, or you can kind of start to get new bodies in and see you can find a rhythm. And the three Huskies, really four Huskies, have gotten it going for the Hornets in McMillan, Beaumont, Machias, and Gascoigne.
Well, they're all out there right now out of this timeout. Kejarini, who's come back, all she needed was a minute to catch her breath, so she doesn't come out of the game. She'll continue on here. Here's Carissa Kejarini. Couldn't get that three to go down. Here's Gascoigne to Beaumont. Beaumont step back three. That's off the side of the rim. The backboard. As Kejarini now will bring it over the timeline. Kejarini stepping into another three. Can't get it to fall. Slaughter right with the rebound. Smallest player on the floor with another offensive rebound. Forced her way in there, but Gascoigne throws it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Edge, as Kejarini will inbound with 9 to shoot. Just about at the midway point here of the second. Tied up at 26 apiece. Nice inbound play as Miller blows the wide open layup. And the Hornets will counter back the other way. Here's Gascoigne. Down low to Beaumont and rejected there by Yepes. Return the sender.
Yeah, you know, UPI, their other post, El Santo, phenomenal shot blocker. Yepes was too as well. It was a very tough team to score on with those two protecting the rim.
And boy, oh boy, if they did have the services of Carolina Del Santo, three-time defensive player for the UPI Panthers, this defense would be even more difficult to score on. Del Santo not available this afternoon for the edge, but Beaumont able to get that second chance. She gets fouled in the act of shooting. So Vaughn Moulton will pick up her first personal. Third team, Beaumont will shoot 2.
Yeah, I really like Beaumont's game. Like, is an obvious competitor, gives her full effort every time she plays, and is so dynamic on the offensive end. Really fun to watch.
Beaumont finished up her third year at St. Mary's from Fredericton, New Brunswick. Can't get the second to go, but it's a 1-point lead for the Hornets. Kicked out of bounds by Macias as the Hornets, with their second lead of the game since their early going when it was 3-2.
Tough hit.
Yepes off the glass and in. Just short, she just try to force that one up, maybe draw the contact, but nevertheless, she gets it to go. McMillan from downtown, can't get it to fall. Macias, she'll track it down. Beaumont for 3 in the corner, can't get it to go. As the Hornets looking for that 3 ball. We talked about the 3 ball and how it's, you know, crept into the university game and the game in general. You know, it all started with the Splash Brothers. I'm going to say it started with Splash Brothers and Golden State trading 3s for 2. And the evolution of the game has changed as, you know, these women are also able to knock down 3s, and we're seeing 3s go up pretty much every possession down by both of these teams.
Absolutely, yeah. The Warriors kind of deaded the whole live by the 3, die by the 3 ideology, but I think as a coach, if you're getting 3s off of an action or off of a paint touch, you'll take any 3. It's the teams that take the 3 as their first look, that's when you can have the debate of we can have a better shot than that first one. But looking at this game, you know, the Edge have 3-point shooters, obviously in Cajarini and Reynolds, but the Hornets also do too as well. McMillan's gotten it going from 3. Skier's a phenomenal 3-point shooter, so see if that's a difference maker in this as this second quarter winds down.
My goodness, and a traveling call on Macias. She thought she was able to stick the pivot foot, but nevertheless she'll be called for the travel. She was looking for a foul. Protesting to Paul DeBailey, who made the call. This afternoon's officials, Paul DeBailey, Brett Stalker, and Alonzo Wright. Kejarini gets it poked away by Brown. Gascoigne try to run it down. Kejarini will allow it to go out of bounds, and they'll inbound it now in the front court. Excuse me, the back court. Slaughter right now. Tried to find Vaughn Moulton in the corner, but Kejarini trying to get to the block there. Was unaware that that pass was coming.
Yeah, just a little bad luck there by the Edge. Slaughter Wright had a good drive and kick opportunity. It's too bad it went off Cajarini.
Crosby, who's come into the game for the first time, can't handle the entry pass. Picked up by Gascoigne, who steps in front of that pass. Gascoigne fouled hard, back the other way by Slaughter Wright. And Gascoigne will go to the line to shoot 2. So the Hornets will look to take back the lead here. A couple free throws coming up here for Gascoigne.
Hornets are in bonus on the next foul, so we'll see if they can keep their aggressiveness to get a couple more easy chance points at the free throw line.
So Beaumont will go 1 for 2 on that trip. It looks like Alicia McNeil's into the game for the first time for the Hornets. She should be very familiar with this court. Mount St. Vincent University missed it. Foul on Kedgerini. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. So the aforementioned McNeil picks up the personal. That'll be her first. Team's third. Kedgerini misses the first. And misses the second.
Must be too close for her.
Yepes with the rebound and the scramble on the loose ball as Skier will pick up the foul. Crosby will sit down. Parent will come back. That'll be the fourth team foul, and the third on Skier. So Skier will have to sit down for the rest of this half. 3:09 remaining. Both of these teams on the next foul will be in the bonus situation. Jayla Varney will come back for the Hornets. Here's Kedgerini. Kedgerini gets inside. Good rejection there. Able to stay with the ball was Gascoigne.
Yeah, Gascoigne's done a very good job. You know, you have to wonder, is this, the best player that Gascoigne has guarded in her career? And it's potential. Kedgerini is that good, and she's tough when she has the ball, but even without, she's always thinking as a scorer, whether it's coming off a flare, down screen, back cut, she wants the ball again to go make the other team pay.
Here's Yepes. Yepes gets inside and banks it home. A tough shot there by Yepes. We've seen a couple tough shots there by Yepes at using the glass.
Yeah, her feel for shooting with either hand off either foot is pretty natural and fun to watch.
As Parent cleared out Yepes on the defensive end, and Jasmine will be called for the foul. Hannah Brown will sit down as Follis will come back for the Hornets. As the revolving door of substitutions continue here for John Tramble. And Halifax trying to still find that rhythm. It's only a 2-point deficit. Slaughter Wright gets inside. Kick out. McNeil for 3. Good look. And McNeil has no problem knocking it down.
Yeah, took that with confidence. And, for the Edge to be without Tiffany Reynolds with her 3 fouls, I think Slaughter Wright's been doing a really good job controlling the pace, being in the backcourt with Kedgerini.
Varney can't get it to fall, runs into Follis. Follis is slow to get back up to her feet. Kedgerini steps into a 3, can't get it to go down. But Follis is in too much pain and she can't get back up to her feet. And she'll just take her time here and let's hope that she's okay, but it looks like it might be that left ankle. That might be the problem.
Yeah, you hope it's not a high ankle sprain or that she landed on someone's foot. Hopefully she can be okay.
So Catherine Follis be looked after here by the Halifax Hornets training staff. She'll be helped to the bench, favoring that left ankle. Teammate McNeil and Parent getting her there.
Always a good sign when you can see the athlete get back on their own feet.
As Martin now will check in for Follis. Leah Martin entering for the first time this afternoon. Dalhousie Tiger product. John Trammell uses everybody that's available this afternoon.
And that will be interesting with this league. Will coaches start to narrow down their rotation or continue to give everyone a chance? The teams are deep, no question, but tough to play more than 10 bodies in a playoff game.
Vaughn Molson with the steal. Here's Anna now. Hand off to Kedgerini. She thought about the 3. Crosses over McNeil. Gets inside. Bumped off the ball by Parent. And Varney back the other way on a 2-on-1. Nice catch in transition as Gascoigne is fouled by Foreign. And she'll shoot 2.
A great rotation by Parent on the other end. That really disrupted that Kedgerini drive. Good push by Varney. And now Gascoigne's heading back to the foul line.
So Gascoigne front ends the first. Second one coming up as the Edge leading this one 33-28. Empty trip by Gascoigne. Offensive rebound, though, by Martin. Varney thought about the three. Gascoigne now. She'll whip it over to Martin on the baseline. Baseline jumper's no good. And Slaughter Wright now will bring it over the timeline. Slaughter Wright try to get inside, cut off. McNeil looking for back-to-back threes. Puts it in.
That's tough. I mean, Slaughter Wright pushes tempo. You got to respect that she can drive. You got a trailing McNeil who can catch and shoot as well.
Varney trying to answer, and that's good.
Big pull-up make there for the Hornets.
McNeil, heat check. Can't get it to go down. Slaughter Wright chases down another offensive rebound, but she'll turn it over. Hornets got numbers if they hurry. Varney, step back. Varney, good. Beautiful step back there by Jayla Varney.
Very tough move that she made look easy like a layup. Nice hit there for the Hornets.
2-point lead here for the Edge. Kegerini trying to answer. Can't get it to fall. Good close out by Gascoigne. McNeil now pushing it. Backdoor cut and baseline jumpers pure for Gascoigne.
Nice hit, rhythm. Good pass there by McNeil as well.
Tied up at 36 apiece here. Nice 5-0 run to close out the quarter here for the Hornets. Von Moulton can't get it to go down. Here's Parent, under fives, got to put it up. McNeil at the buzzer, count it. And they close out the quarter on an 8-0 run. The Hornets take the lead 38-36.
Yeah, huge momentum shift there by the Hornets. Great to see the home Mystic product of McNeil finish it there. Defense leading to offense for the Hornets, and great close to the half as they lead up 2.
You could see that the Edge were a little tired to close out that quarter without the opportunity to have one of their better players in Reynolds. Kegerini went wire to wire in the first 20 minutes.
Absolutely. I think that says more about the style they play than their lack of depth. How fast and aggressive they're playing. It's tough to play that kind of style for a full 40 minutes. So we'll see how they start this second half with Kegerini playing almost the entire half.
So we'll step aside. 20 minutes in the books. The Halifax Hornets, they lead this one 38-36. We'll be back with the halftime report. Stay with us. You're watching MWBA basketball here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Joined now by the head coach of the Edge, Lonnie States. After 20 minutes, Lonnie, it looked pretty good. You're in pretty good shape in the first 10 minutes, but that next 10 minutes, without the services of one of your best players, Tiffany Reynolds, talk about the adjustments you'll have to make in the next 20.
The adjustments we're going to have to make in the next 20 is we're going to have to get back to our kind of intensity. We, as you said, we lost intensity in the second half of that in the first half. We started playing to their strength and not ours. We just got to get out and run and put the heat on them. They're a great team over there. They're not going to go away. If I was sitting in the stands, I would think this is a great basketball game.
Thanks for this, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you.
Hornets lead us 36-38. Stay with us. More to come here on Maritime Athletic Profiles.
baby. If Jayla keeps on shooting like that.
Standing by here with the head coach of the Hornets, John Tramble, after 20 minutes. The first 10 was a little tough, got off to a slow start. You made adjustments defensively. What do you need to do for the next 20 to get the win?
Yeah, Edge came out. They got a really tough starting five. Kind of got the jump on us. That Carissa and Reynolds, Tiffany Reynolds, they're just two dynamic scorers. So we really just tried to settle in, move the basketball. They did a good job of doubling in on the post. We just got to see the weak side, keep the ball tick-tocking, as you love when I say it, and just keep the flow of the offense going. But I thought to come back in that second quarter, we really showed, again, those adjustments.
Thanks to this, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you, Vince.
Hornets leading this one, 38-36. More to come, second half coming up here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Welcome back to Halifax, and at the half, the Halifax Hornets, they lead at 38-36 over the Windsor Edge alongside Danny DePalma, Vince Williams on hand. 20 minutes in the books there, Danny. It was a tale of two quarters. The Edge really took control at the opening tap of the first quarter. They got what they wanted offensively, defensively, they were very good as well. But that second quarter, at the help of not having Tiffany Reynolds for the Edge, helped the Hornets find their rhythm defensively, and then it picked up on the offensive end.
Yeah, really a first half of runs. The Edge started out, I believe it was 16-3 to start the game. Hornets battled back. You know, to close the half, McNeil for the Edge hit a couple threes to put them up, and then the Hornets made another run as well. So I would expect more of the same this second half. Two evenly matched teams fighting for second place. We'll see who can separate enough. The game could come down to one possession.
And that would be exciting here. A good crowd on hand here at the A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium on this afternoon as we talked about the upcoming schedule for these teams along with the rest of the teams. A very important weekend next weekend in New Brunswick, in Moncton particularly, at Harris Trimble High School, where Moncton will take on Windsor. They'll play at the 5 o'clock game. And then the Halifax Thunder, they've been the juggernaut in this league. They will get things started against the Fredericton Freeze, and that was a pretty good game here last weekend between the Freeze and the Thunder. They'll play at 3 p.m., and then in that first day at 7 p.m., the Halifax Hornets will take on the Port City Fog, who came in last weekend down a couple great players in Courtney Thompson and Reese Baxendale, who played for Port City, that weren't here last weekend, but they fought. The compete level, top notch. The complete level is bar none in this league, and that's what you'll see no matter what the score looks like. These women will compete for the whole 40 minutes.
Absolutely, and you know, heading into the playoff weekend, June 24th, 26th, you just want to see who's playing their best at that time, whether that's Port City, whether it is the Mystics, the Freeze. Anyone can win, but I would say obviously the Thunder are the favorite. Their matchup Wednesday against the Hornets at SMU should be a really good game this upcoming Wednesday. But yes, how these women are competing, fighting for every possession. Some of them haven't been playing, some of them are currently active. Just their overall passion is very fun to watch if you're a general basketball fan or fan, period.
Yes, you get a mixture of current youth sports players and players that played overseas, and you have a mixture of former youth sports players that are just fantastic, either in the AUS, either in the OUA, or the Canada West. Like, you get a mixture of all, and it's just been fantastic in this inaugural year. And I just anticipate this league growing bigger and bigger. Maybe get a team at Prince Edward Island somewhere over there, maybe in Charlottetown perhaps. We get a team there, a few more teams in Nova Scotia, and a few more teams in New Brunswick. Who knows, because there's lots of talent ready and willing to play in this league.
Absolutely, and you know, we're starting in a great place with the attendance at the games, the amount of fans streaming online. The support is clearly there. I would say this league's only going to get better with time.
So the third quarter underway here. Hornets with possession and one right off the jump as Lucy Beaumont with a nice backdoor cut and a find by Elena McMillan. And Beaumont will go to the line to complete the three-point play. And Beaumont able to get it to go down, and that's an and one. And the Hornets open up the scoring. It's a good sign here for Halifax as they got off to a slow start. Kedgerini can't get it to go. As the Hornets, they'll start this third quarter with Beaumont, bring it over the timeline. Gascoigne, Brown, McMillan, and Follis, who's come back. It's good to see Follis out there. She suffered a ankle injury and hobbled off to the bench, but she's able to come back here in the third. The edge, turnover there, back the other way comes Gascoigne and McMillan. Here's Brown. Beaumont trying to get inside. Brown looking at inside the Follis. Follis has got Kedgerini on her back, and that'll be a foul on Carissa Kedgerini. So the edge, she'll start with Kedgerini, Slaughter Wright, Reynolds, Von Moulton, and Yepes. So Kedgerini will pick up her second personal, team second in this quarter. So a couple quick team fouls here for the edge to start the quarter as Follis able to make the first.
Nice poise by the Hornets so far. They were trying to get the ball inside in the first half. It's one thing if that post player is open. How you get it there and get it there accurately is another thing. They've been able to do that a couple times so far this quarter.
So Follis is up to 5 points now on the game. Had 3 in the first 20 minutes. Nice pass there and a rejection by Beaumont, but got into the body of Reynolds. And this combination of the backcourt of Reynolds and Kedgerini really need to start to get that rhythm going as Reynolds got into the foul trouble and Kedgerini did all the heavy lifting in the first 20 minutes for the edge.
Absolutely, and where the Hornets weren't making those shots in the first half, Reynolds and Kedgerini got to come up in transition. Now they're going against 5 defenders after a score, and it's not as easy.
As Reynolds will make the first of 2. Tiffany averaging 18 points per game. Finished with 7 despite of the foul difficulty. Fight for the loose ball, and the possession arrow will favor the edge as they'll have 14 on the shot. Foreign will inbound. Foreign checking into the game for the first time of the second half for Slaughter Wright. Yepes, blow by on Brown, pull up, swings it out to Foreign for 3, got a good look. Can't get it to go down. And McMillan comes up with the rebound. Here's McMillan now. Lina looking to push the basketball. Beaumont in the corner. To Brown, draws the double. Follis quickly over to McMillan. Into the corner to Gascoigne for 3. Great ball movement. Gascoigne can't get it to go down. And Yepes comes up with the rebound. Yepes steps into a 3. That won't go. Follis with the rebound.
Great box out there to get that defensive rebound.
McMillan fires, and McMillan puts it in, and that'll force a timeout for Lonnie States. He'll talk it over as they are off to a very good start here in the third, are the Halifax Hornets.
Yeah, largest lead of the game for them now, and McMillan's continuing that hot shooting from the first half. But like I said, the poise that the Hornets are playing with, rotating the ball, sharing it, is making the edge rotations even tougher. They have to guard both sides of the floor now instead of just one.
An 8-1 run to start this third. Just about 2 minutes gone here at the A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium. So not sure what Coach John Tramble said to his team at that halftime break. If it was anything, it's okay, we took their best punch. We were able to get one of their best players in some foul difficulty. We're able to catch our stride, get into this game, match the intensity on both ends of the floor, because the edge, they really don't like to walk the ball up over the court, over the timeline and get into a half-court set. They're looking to push, push, push on every make, on every miss, every loose ball. They're looking to get into the open floor, get easy buckets in transition.
Exactly. I think one of the points had to have been urgency to match up in transition for the Hornets. They're loading to the ball and off to the edge's fast pace. And I also think on offense, they're kind of just playing with more confidence. You know you're going to get a closeout, know they're going to guard you aggressively, play with some poise, and we'll get open shots over time.
So out of the timeout, the edge with possession. They'll continue with Kedgerini, Reynolds, Foreign, Yepes, Von Molten. Von Molten with a nice up and over. Von Molten not looked upon to do the bulk of the scoring, but that was a nice drive and finish. McMillan can't get it to go down. One and done for the Hornets. Kejarini, she'll pull up for three. Good. Kejarini, you just knew it was coming. Had a straight line drive. She could have went all the ways to put the layup on or the pull up, but decided to knock down the three.
Yeah, and that's tough. You had Follis kind of staying back on ball after that defensive rebound. Don't have the ball, got to get back in transition, otherwise Kejarini's going to make you pay.
5-0 run coming out of the timeout for the Edge. Brown draws the double. McMillan, blow by. Into the corner to Brown. Brown left it a little short, and Von Molten comes up with the rebound. Here's Reynolds to Yepes. Kejarini, backdoor to Reynolds, and Reynolds tied up by Gascoigne, and it looks like Reynolds was in the act of shooting. No, they'll call it on the floor. It'll be the Edge possession. As Gascoigne, Brown, and Beaumont will go to the bench for the Hornets. Parent, Macias, and Monroe will come in for Halifax.
Almost all of the Hornets' attempts this quarter are coming off a pass. Just goes to show that they're starting to really connect as a team and knowing where their teammates' strengths are.
The inbound, nice inbound play, but Reynolds unable to finish. Hornets looking to capitalize. This is Macias on the baseline. Was able to fight off a couple defenders. Nice catch and shoot by Follis. Yepes now. Foreign for three. That's in and out. Monroe in a fight for the loose ball with Reynolds. Last touch by Monroe. As McNeil will come back for the Edge. Yepes will sit down. Gascoigne will come in for Follis. So the Hornets really relying on Clara Gascoigne along with Beaumont, the two youngsters from St. Mary's University.
Absolutely, yeah, they've been huge for them. All of them have made plays individually on both ends of the floor, not just offense.
Von Molten battling with Parent, and Parent wins that one-on-one battle. Turnover by Anna. McMillan, nice catch by Gascoigne. Back to McMillan. Macias for three. Macias throws up the air ball. Parent rips it away from Von Molten, but Parent can't finish at the rim. And Reynolds will slowly bring it up the floor. Here's Reynolds. Kejarini trying to post up McMillan. Carissa takes her time, backs her down, draws the double, spins, can't get it to go, tapped into the open arms of Parent. Good play there and patience by McMillan. McMillan now trying to take Foreign off the bounce. Parent will give it to Monroe. McMillan got a good look, try to get it inside, and that's knocked away as Macias wanted to put it up in the air more on the lob. And that'll be a turnover by the Hornets. 6-point lead here for Halifax. Reynolds, Foreign for three in the corner, and Foreign puts it in.
Yeah, tough gamble there by McMillan, leaving the strong side shooter open. Edge made them pay.
Here's Macias off the screen. And that's out of the reach of Gascoigne. She can't chase it down. As McMillan will go to the bench, Skier will come back for Halifax. Yepes is back in. Kejarini will get a blow. Slaughter Wright will come in for Kejarini. Yepes now. One-on-one with Parent. Takes her down low. Macias with the late help. Rotation to McNeil for three. And she front ends that one. And back the other way come the Hornets. Here's Macias. Gascoigne turns the corner. That's knocked out of bounds by Yepes as Gascoigne tried to use her height advantage on Slaughter Wright. Skier now will inbound on the baseline with 9 to shoot.
Nice to see Skier get going for the Hornets this second half. She had some foul trouble, missed some looks that she can hit for the Hornets, see if she can get some to go down this quarter.
As Macias is bumped by Forn. Skier providing that spark off the bench. As you mentioned, Danny, able to knock down the 3, but she's a very tough defender on the other end. Macias off the bounce. Macias gets it up, can't get it to fall. Good straight line drive there by Ariana, but unable to convert. Here's Yepes now. McNeil for 3, straight line drive and puts it in.
That was deep too as well.
And
that's her third 3 of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, Alicia McNeil able to knock it down for the Windsor Edge, and that'll force a timeout. Emily McNeil. Timeout called by John Trammell as they were able to tie it up. An 8-0 run for the Edge without their stars leading the charge in Carissa Kegerini and Tiffany Reynolds.
Yeah, a couple unforced turnovers for the Hornets there. And then, you miss an easy layup and it leads to a 3, just couple back-to-back scenarios there. But great response by the Edge. As you mentioned, this half didn't really start how they wanted. They've settled down, and now we're tied again.
Tie ball game, 48 apiece. As you mentioned off air, in between the halftime break, we might go to overtime. Might come down to the last possession between these two teams, but we mentioned that at the top of the broadcast. They are evenly matched. The records dictate why they are evenly matched, because they have both that type of style of game. They have good guards that handle the basketball, that can knock down the open 3s, push the ball up and down the floor and get good looks in transition, and they can defend on the other end.
Absolutely, yeah. We could be looking at a semifinal matchup for the championship between these two teams. So, you never want to predict overtime too early, but it's been back and forth, one possession game the whole way. We'll see if that happens.
Hornets come into this one 4-1 on the season, and the Edge 3-2, trying to get that second place in this season here. And out of the timeout, Hornets with possession. Here's Macias. Gascoigne for 3, and it's good.
Great hit there by Gascoigne. Undisciplined rotations by the Edge led to that open 3.
Kegerini with the answer. Can't get it to go down. Slaughter Wright with another offensive rebound. That's her 5th of the game. Yepes trying to find Slaughter Wright on the backdoor cut. And what can you say about the hustle by Chelsea Slaughter Wright, the former Dalhousie Tiger, one of the smallest players on the floor, chasing down offensive rebounds. You'd think you'd get it on the defensive end, but you wouldn't think you would see it by one of the smallest players on the floor on the offensive end. Just pure tenacity and compete level by Chelsea Slaughter Wright.
And that's what's interesting at any draft combine. They measure height and speed, but not the size of someone's heart. And if you want it more than someone, you can beat talent half the time. So Slaughter Wright's been doing a really good job. Being passionate in the game rewards you if you play hard.
And she knocks down the corner 3. Slaughter Wright providing lots of energy and offense for the Edge off the bench. And ties it up at 51. Macias with the lead for the lead. That rims in and out. Reynolds now. Reynolds blows by Macias. Steps inside, one too many steps, didn't plant that pivot foot. She'll be called for the traveling violation. So Reynolds trying to find her footing here. Got into some foul difficulty in the first 20 minutes. Picked up 3 quick ones. Vaughn Molson looking for help in the post from Reynolds. Parent looked for the foul, none coming. Reynolds now will stretch it down to McNeil. McNeil will turn it over, and Brown will come up with the loose ball. Here's Skier. Skier trying to turn the corner on McNeil. Gets inside. Flips it up to Brown. Nice catch, but knocked out of bounds there by Kegerini. And possession will stay with the Edge. The Hornets. So Skier will inbound here on the baseline. Got to get it in. She'll force it up to Macias. Macias now blows by Von Moulton. Shot won't count, and there'll be a foul on the floor on Anna. Good decision there by Macias to turn the corner.
Yeah, that's a couple times now. She's gotten downhill off one first step right away, and she's right at the rim. You know, if you can get some fouls drawn on some edge players, that's a positive play for the Hornets.
Carla Yepes will come back for the edge, and Emily McNeil will sit down. Here's Ariana Macias inside the Jasmine Parent. Gascoigne to Macias. Got to put it up to beat the shot clock. Left it a little short. Nice offensive rebound there by Parent, but a big foul coming up here to Tiffany Reynolds. It's her fourth.
Yeah, big foul, and kudos to Jasmine for just continuing to work every single possession. Hasn't necessarily got the ball to go in or get some calls that maybe she thought she would have, and just by trusting her habits of consistent effort is leading her to the foul line right now.
So a minute 51 remaining here in the third, and it looks like it's going to force the hand of Lonnie States to bring Tiffany Reynolds to the bench, as Megan Kiyuan will come in for Reynolds. She'll sit down. Tough afternoon here for Reynolds. Picked up her fourth. Slaughter right now to Yepes. Slaughter right posting up Skier, and Slaughter right banks it in. My goodness, you don't see that every day on a basketball court.
No, not typical for Slaughter Wright to have a post matchup where she's favored, but it ended up working out for the Edge.
Brown, she'll spin in the lane, have no problem with the right hand. Getting that up and over Yepes.
Yeah, one of the few times the Edge didn't have that double ready on the catch, and Brown made them pay.
Von Moulton trying to look inside the Slaughter right. Yepes for three. Too strong, and Brown will chase down the rebound. Here's Skier. Skier now looking to push. Backdoor cut, that's picked off by Kejarini. Kejarini's got numbers, loses the handle, steps in front of Skier. Kejarini steps in front 2 to 3, can't put it to fall, can't get it to fall, and Macias now. Pace starting to picking up here at the end of this third. 2-point lead for the Hornets, as Macias will pull it out. Macias now, blow by, Macias splits the D, banks it home. Beautiful move.
Great read. It's very tough to guard a reject of a ball screen when you think that edge is going to be there. Great read by Macias to get right to the rim.
Here's Slaughter Wright trying to take Skier in the post. Yepes now blows by Skier. That's in and out as Von Moulton come up a little short. Under 10. Macias takes a look at the shot clock. Macias straight line drive, stumbles. Off the side of the backboard and can't get it to fall, but a good close to the quarter here for the Hornets, as possession will stay with the Edge with 0.1 on the game clock. Let's see what Halifax does with it. Brown can't get it off in time, so 3 quarters in the books. Back and forth, Danny. 57-53, the Hornets lead.
Yeah, well, so the Hornets have had the lead for the majority of this quarter. I don't believe they've gotten more than a lead of 6, so we'll see if in the start of the fourth they can push it and take control of the whole game. Their defense is the difference right now.
Both teams really pushing each other, spending a lot of energy. Coaches are making some good game management decisions in the substitutions. 10 minutes remaining. What do you think we're going to see down with these 10 minutes left that's remaining?
Well, obviously the Edge are trying to get their top 2 going. I think they need to kind of play through after their initial action, whether it's a horn set or they're trying to get a dribble handoff for Reynolds. They have to have the ability to play through that first action and see what kind of look they can make. The Hornets have done a good job of playing through their initial action, whether it's a ball screen or post up. They know where the help is and play and try to get the defense to constantly scramble. If the Edge can do that, it's going to be tough to stop their talent.
So 10 minutes or more remaining here this afternoon at the A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium, alongside Danny DePalma, Vince Williams on hand. And the action is fast and furious in the MWBA. The first meeting between the Edge and the Hornets, and might not be the last between these two teams fighting for second place, trying to chase down the undefeated Halifax Thunder at 6-0. So the Edge will start this fourth quarter with Yepes, Slaughter Wright, Kejarini, Vaughn Moulton, and here.
And it'll be interesting, Coach Lonnie, when he'll try to get Tiffany Reynolds back in the game. Does he have a time in the quarter in mind that he wants to get her back in? Is there a certain deficit? If it gets to that number, you instantly go to her. Every coach has their own plan, and they'll need her to finish this game most likely, so it'll be interesting to watch.
The Hornets will counter with Skier, Macias, Brown, Gascoigne, and Parent. So Skier will inbound. Parent inside. That's off the side of the backboard. Good help there by the Edge. And a one and done for the Hornets. Start this quarter. Kejarini, and Kejarini is fouled by Gascoigne. And Gascoigne up to that point has done a pretty good job of staying in front of Kejarini and forcing off-balance shots, but we've seen Kejarini for 3 quarters, and that off-balance shot, the way she puts it up, in particular from the three-point range, seems like a shot that she's very comfortable taking.
Absolutely. The only really way to stop Kejarini is if the ball's not in her hands, but Gascoigne has done a good job of being there with length every time.
So Anna Vaughn Moulton with the spin move in the lane, able to get the soft touch around the rim. That's Anna's 4th point of the game. Gascoigne into the corner. Brown looking for position on the block. And Brown a little unlucky there, try to gather that entry pass as she had the position on Yepes.
Was just thinking we haven't seen much of Beaumont since the start of the third, and she checks in on cue with 9:12 left in the fourth here.
Varney's come back as well, as Jayla knocked down a couple important threes in that second quarter. And there's Kejarini. That's off the side of the backboard and rim. Beaumont back the other way now.
You know, as talented as Kejarini is, has to be hard to play with, of not knowing when she may shoot, whether you're going to crash for O-boards to get back in transition. Great finish inside there by Hannah Brown.
Hannah Brown providing the offensive rebound. Here's Yepes behind the back. Slaughter Wright taking Skier in the post. Can't get it to go down. Skier now will push it up the floor. Skier. Varney thought about the three. Blow by Kejarini, and Varney banks it in.
Yeah, she's been a nice spark off the bench. She had 2 threes in that first half. Great take there. Instant offense for the Hornets off the bench.
She's up to 8 now. 6-point lead for the Hornets. Yepes on the drive. Top shot forced by Beaumont. And Beaumont will rip it away from Slaughter Wright. Brown. And Brown is fouled. And that'll be a reach for the Edge. So Megan Kuhn will pick up her first personal, first team. As the Edge will call a timeout here to talk things over, trailing by 6. As Tiffany Reynolds looking to come back into this game. Just under 8 minutes remaining. Reynolds, not much of a factor in this game, but if you're Coach Lonnie States and you call the timeout, you want to talk about what's been happening on the defensive end, but you also want to get one of your best players into the game and try to get that rhythm. And it's difficult. It's difficult when you get yourself into foul difficulty early in a basketball game. It's hard to get yourself mentally and physically into the game, knowing that you need to be careful on the defensive end.
Absolutely, especially if you're a competitor like Reynolds that wants to make plays on both ends. She can't necessarily go for those reaches or shoot gaps like she wants to, but the rhythm is the biggest thing. I mean, you're used to playing 30-plus minutes. Now you're off for 8 minutes at a time. It's an adjustment, but she had a phenomenal career at Lakehead. I'm sure she's ready for this scenario, and she'll be one of the main players for the Edge closing down this stretch here as they trail by 6.
So if you're John Tramble and the Hornets, you got a 6-point lead, you got momentum, you've made the adjustments that you needed to make in the first 3 quarters. Now you have 7:53 remaining. What are you telling your team in this timeout?
taking care of the ball. I mean, you don't want to give the Edge any easy scores to get them back in the game, and keep trying to get the ball in the paint as much as they can. There's been some great takes by guards. There's been some nice post-ups by the post players too, and it's tough to rotate for the Edge when the ball's getting downhill that fast.
McMillan out of the timeout, puts it in, and that's instant offense as the line of McMillan. She's been firing it from downtown.
Oh, she's been tough. Hard to believe she missed her first 2 looks this game. The way she's shooting now, it's like she can hit everything.
Her third 3-ball of the afternoon, McMillan. A terrific player for the St. Mary's Huskies. Will continue her career. Barney for 3. Beaumont with the second chance. Here's Frazier who's checked in, and Frazier trying to get inside, and she'll be called for steps. So Aaliyah Frazier, the youngster from St. Francis Xavier, ex-woman. Von Moulton, stolen by McMillan. McMillan now. The Frazier in the corner, nice catch. Beaumont looking to go inside. The Brown. Beaumont can't get it to fall. Stretch past to Kejarini, and Kejarini unable to make that catch off the pass by Reynolds.
Great rim rotation the previous possession by Beaumont on that pick and roll with Reynolds. Rotated early, was able to get a deflection, and it led to a transition opportunity.
So Brown will sit down, and Catherine Follis will come back for the Hornets. 9-point lead for Halifax.
Still plenty of time left in this game, but the Edge got to get some stops. If this gets up to double digits, it'll be hard to chase the game.
Varney can't get it to fall, as Emily McNeil will come back for the Edge with the defensive rebound. Reynolds gets inside. Reynolds is bumped, can't get it to go, is looking for the contact. Slow to get back up to her feet. Hornets have numbers if they hurry. Barney thought about the 3. Beaumont for 3. Puts it in. Outstanding ball movement. And Beaumont with the wide open jumper from downtown.
Yeah, beautiful possession. Everyone who had it made the great push. Defense had to rotate and sharing the ball, being ready to shoot it without the ball.
Leads up to 12 now. Kejarini for 3. Beaumont with the deflection. Foreign with the rebound. Von Moulton can't get the baseline jumper to go. Try to chase down the rebound, and Kejarini looking for a foul on that 3-point shot, but it looked like Beaumont got the ball first.
Yeah, a bit of a desperation attempt there on both shots by the Edge. There's still plenty of time left in this game. They just got to get some scores and some stops.
Here's McMillan, gets inside, stripped away by Kejarini. McMillan gets it back. Frazier thought about the 3. McMillan now will draw Kejarini, crosses her over. Here's Follis on the drive. She'll lose the handle, and the ball will go over to the Edge as Catherine Follis was looking for a deflection. Nevertheless, it will be the Edge possession here.
Horn set coming up for the Edge, starting with the flare screen by Yepes for Kejarini.
Reynolds turns the corner, and she's fouled by Follis, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that's where we're talking about playing through the possession. So Kejarini was not open. You get a lift by McNeil, who's hit a couple of threes for the Edge, and good keep there by Reynolds to get downhill and get to the rim.
So Follis will pick up her first, team's second. Reynolds will knock down the first. And the second's good for the former Lakehead University stand-up. So Frazier will go to the bench, and coming back is Clara Gascoigne. So the chess game continuing here between these two coaches in the substitutions. McMillan off the drive. Gascoigne inside, flips it up. That rims in and out. Slaughter right now. Slaughter right, straight line drive, and that's knocked out of bounds by Gascoigne. Chuckle between Gascoigne and Slaughter Wright. Nice inbound as Reynolds fouled on that shot attempt, and she'll go up. She'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Now the Edge on their baseline inbounds, they've been getting some really good looks and some good action on the screens on that inbound, in particular underneath their own basket. Now
Absolutely, and Reynolds is very good at reading those screens, so I believe it's an option for her to kind of get a back screen or back cut. She's made the right read a couple times. Hornets have to start their talk on defense before the action happens, not while the screen's happening.
As Reynolds able to knock down the free throw. And the lead's down to 9. And Reynolds bumps into Beaumont, and that'll be it. So the afternoon over for Tiffany Reynolds. But she played her game. From the opening tap, she played her game. And we talked about it, a little bit aggressive in the front court and a little aggressive in the back court as well defensively. And that one, just like the first, really didn't need to really take that foul.
Exactly. Could be a learning experience for her in terms of how important she is to the Edge. Her first and fifth foul are fouls that you don't want to see her pick up. She's too important to the team and obviously more valuable on the court than off it.
So Lonnie States will have to look to his bench as McNeil will come back. Foreign will come in for McNeil, excuse me. And Anna Von Moltzen will come back. So the Edge with some work here. The Hornets trying to close it out and pick up their fifth win on the season. As that was a tough catch to make by Gascoigne, by Beaumont. That'll be a turnover. Edge will look to capitalize off the turnover. Here's Kegerini. Kegerini gets inside. She's bumped, and Kegerini will go to the line to shoot a couple here. Seems to be anytime anyone that Alina McMillan is guarding, they are looking to take her into the post defensively.
Yeah, they feel like they have the size advantage, which that is pretty obvious, but they think if they can make her work on that end, maybe on offense she'll start to get tired, but Edge are doing a good job stopping the clock, getting to the foul line to try to chip away at this 9-point lead.
As Kegerini once again an empty trip at the free throw line, she'll miss both. Varney, who's done a terrific job off the bench for the Hornets. Beaumont gets caught in the air, stays with it. Here's McMillan, step back three, tough three. A little too strong, and Beaumont with the offensive rebound. She'll flip it up and in.
That's just very tough to guard. I mean, you want to respect that she can get right to the rim. You're not really expecting her to stop on a dime, and with great touch, nice score by Beaumont.
Kegerini throws up the air ball. Varney snatches it out of the sky. She'll come back the other way. Try to find Fallis, and that's stolen. And the Edge now, 2-on-1. Kegerini, good look from downtown. Can't get it to fall, and the struggle's continuing now for Kegerini, trying to find a rhythm from beyond the arc. Here's Varney. Beaumont. Inside the Fallis, good hand by Kegerini, another steal by the Edge. And then it'll look to capitalize down the other end. Yepes. Von Moltzen gets inside, and Von Moltzen is fouled. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. Beaumont, you can see a little tired there, was unable to stay in front of Von Moltzen. So. So Martin and Macias will come back for the Hornets. And the struggle's continuing, Danny, from the stripe for the Edge this afternoon. And it's just not happening right now. It's happening all afternoon long. They have had multiple opportunities to score from the free throw line and just can't capitalize.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you're getting the advantage by getting to the line. If you make some free throws, you can pick up and start pressing, but you know, if you miss, it's an empty trip, obviously.
Martin to McMillan. Quickly over to Macias. She loses the handle. She'll chase it down. Macias, step back three. And a one and done for the Hornets. Here's Yepes. Slaughter Wright will try from downtown. That's no good. Kajarini, and Kajarini is fouled from behind by Macias. And Carissa will go back to the free throw line.
Yeah, we'll see if Kajarini can get it going from the line. I mean, she's gotten there plenty of times. Not sure if she's rushing it or what's going on there, but clearly a phenomenal player. I'd like to see her make both trips so that she gets to the line.
Kajarini breaks up that 0 for 4 streak from the stripe. Able to knock that one down. Came into this game averaging 26 points per game as the league's leading scorer. She able to knock down both, and it's a 9-point lead for the Hornets. McMillan, nice step through. Can't get the left hand to go down. Macias steals it to McMillan. Beaumont now. Tied up by Slaughter Wright. Stolen by Kajarini. And Kajarini will lay it up and in, and that was just a rough possession all in all for the Hornets.
Yeah, I was able to catch Coach Trammell with his hands on his head. Kind of a rush take by McMillan, even though she did step through. You know, for Machias to pick up full, not something they need. Just the youth showing a little bit for the Hornets there.
2-possession game here. Blow by Kajarini. Von Molten. Yepes. Foreign thought about it, and Kajarini will knock down the baseline jumper. Full court pressure being applied here by the edge. And it looks like a hold will be called on Slaughter Wright. She tried to ward off McMillan on the inbound. I'm not sure what's going on. That's Slaughter Wright's second personal. It looks to be their second team foul.
I believe the call was an intentional. The ball was not yet inbounded and a jersey was grabbed. So the referee made the call that was an intentional foul, I believe. I think they're going to talk about it a little bit now.
Yeah, it's the crew chief, Brent Stocker and Paul DeBailey. They'll get it right. So they didn't call an intentional, just a common foul here. I was looking up. It's like, what's going on?
Right.
John Trammell will call a timeout now with 1:54 remaining. But there was a lot of confusion in the gym. They figured it out. Nevertheless, it will be an inbound on the baseline underneath their own basket for the Hornets as John Trammell will draw something up here. But the Edge applying the pressure off Makes now and really pushing the Hornets to get the ball over the timeline.
Exactly. The Hornets not doing a good job taking care of the ball, and this is how the Edge started the game. They got some stops, got quick scores. Now only a 2-possession game. We'll see if they pick up in some type of pressure with under 2 minutes left here.
So the Hornets looking to push their record to 5-1, and the Edge trying to steal one on the road and pick up their 4th win on the season. It's a very important date coming up this Wednesday at the Homburg Center, St. Mary's University. The Hornets will take on the Thunder. And that first game between the Hornets and the Thunder, that was a pretty good one. It was back and forth, but it was Halifax in the end getting the W.
Yeah, just their offensive firepower of Justine Cawley and Haley McDonald was too much as that game went on. You know, this Hornets team, they lead the league in scoring, and that was the few duds offensively for them this season. It'd be interesting to see how they respond on this upcoming Wednesday night.
Yes, the Thunder held them to 55 points in that victory. As crosstown rivals, if you can say it, will match up on Wednesday evening. So Monroe will inbound. It's Macias, McMillan, Brown, and Gascoigne. Gascoigne got all bottled up there, and a tie-up in possession arrow will favor the Edge.
Great job there by the Edge with intensity to pick up, trapped on the ball. They got the stop they wanted.
So Slaughter Wright will inbound on the sideline as he'll take care of the moisture here in the key area. Foreign's out there, Kajarini, Von Molten, and Yepes for the Edge. Carissa Kajarini. Here's Yepes. Yepes off the drive, spins, good movement. Tough shot, and Yepes banks it in. Outstanding defense if you're Monroe.
A very tough scenario there. Yepes with the great take. Couldn't resist hitting the ball as the baseline inbound was trying to happen. Technical foul.
So Carla Yepes will be called for the technical foul. Not sure what she said to Paul DeBailey, but nevertheless, it'll be a free throw here for the Hornets. There's Alana McMillan, cool, calm, and collective, able to make the free throw. And they'll have possession. As Lonnie states, with a conversation with Paul DeBailey on the other end, looking for an explanation. Full court pressure being applied by the edge. McMillan bottled up, turns it over. Slaughter Wright will be called for the walk, and that's a correct call. She panicked right at the rim, really should have just put it up until she came up with the steal.
Yeah, almost anticipated some contact, but there wasn't any.
And McMillan gets up to her feet. She was looking for a foul. She'll stay out there. McMillan again will be pressured. She'll try to dribble through it. She'll get it over. And now the Hornets will get into their half-court set. McMillan into the corner. Three, big one coming up. Brown unable to put it down. Two-possession game. Here's Yepes off the drive. Straight line, leaves it there for Slaughter Wright. And got Beaumont in the air. It's a couple of important free throws coming up here for the Edge.
Yeah, I mean, aside from that technical, Yepes previously with a great take to narrow the gap, and then great job setting up a teammate there in Slaughter Wright. And she has the chance to cut the game down to 2 points.
Chelsea hits the first. Horton one coming up now.
Will the Edge continue their pressure on this maker? Will they just get back is the other question too.
As Slaughter Wright, ice water in her veins, knocks down both. Edge will go back. They won't apply the full court pressure. And they're looking for a stop here. Big possession here for the Hornets. They need a bucket. Macias hounded by Slaughter Wright. Good foul there. She had one to give. And that'll be the fourth team foul on the Edge. And Chelsea's third. So 14 to shoot, 56.4 remaining in regulation. Slaughter Wright on McMillan. Macias now will try to take Slaughter Wright off the bounce. Macias. Backdoor stolen by the Edge. Kejarini. Von Moltzen draws the double, tied up by Beaumont. And possession arrow will favor the Hornets. You can just see Kejarini screaming for the ball.
Yeah, she wanted that back, and I think she had the lead in her mind, being down 2.
So very important inbound coming up here for the Hornets. 33.5 remaining in regulation. 24, a full 24 on the shot clock.
Hornets are in bonus on the next foul, but Edge do not have to.
McMillan gets it over, draws the double. Macias into the corner to Beaumont. Beaumont spins, left hand, backs it home. And that'll force a timeout for the Edge.
Big time move with the game on the line. Phenomenal drive. Defense cut her off her right hand, and Beaumont with the great spin move to her left for the strong finish.
Outstanding decision making by Alana McMillan. First of all, had her difficulties and a couple possessions on the inbound, turned it over, but she corrected it and knew if she used her athleticism and her speed and her ability to put the ball on the floor, just waited it out and was able to get it over on consecutive possessions to break the 8 second violation in the backcourt.
Exactly. No, it's always nice when you have a guard like McMillan who's a one-player press break. You don't have to set up a specific set, make the players overthink. Get it to the player that has poise and speed that can dribble around anyone and bring the ball up the floor.
If you're the Edge right now, if you're Lonnie States, what are you drawing up and who are you looking to take the shot here?
Oh, that's what's interesting. I mean, you could use a player as a decoy. You could try to go to your strengths. I mean, there's still 19.9 left, so you don't need a 3 necessarily. But if it's your first look and you get a no board, that's a good positive play too. I think you look for something within 5 seconds of a good attempt.
So 19.9 remaining. Shot clock is off. The Edge will have possession in the front court. They'll go with Yepes, Von Moulton, Foreign, Cajarini, and Slaughter Wright. The Hornets do counter with Beaumont, Macias, Gascoigne, and Brown. Cajarini throws up the 3. That's no good. And last touch by Gascoigne. And it will stay with the Edge.
Edge out of timeout, so whatever look they get has to be decided by the players on the court at this point.
So 14.7 remaining now. Cajarini will inbound. Yepes for 3. Can't get it to go, and McMillan comes up with the rebound, and Slaughter Wright will foul McMillan, and that should do it.
Really great game by McMillan. I mean, obviously she's got it going from the 3-point line, controlling the pace for the Hornets, and she's rebounded. For a player of her size to impact the game in multiple ways like that clearly helps Coach Tramble.
First one rims out. She can knock down the second one. And she does it, and that should do it here with 7.7 and counting. Cajarini brings it over. And there's the buzzer. So a strong victory and a strong finish, for the Halifax Hornets. They pick up their 5th win. They get it done 73-68.
Yeah, impressive game by the Hornets to see their young players step up. Again, I thought the 4 Huskies were the deciding factor between Gascoigne, Beaumont, McMillan. And for the Hornets moving forward, it'll be interesting to see where their mind state is heading into that Wednesday matchup against the first place Thunder. They have to feel good about today, but know that their better ball is ahead of them too as well.
Yes, the Thunder and the Hornets, they will tangle on Wednesday, June the 8th, this Wednesday at 7 p.m. at St. Mary's University. And then the big weekend at Harrison Trimble High School in Moncton, another weekend showcase. So that'll wrap it up here at A. Garnet Brown Gymnasium. For my broadcast partner, Danny DePalma, a pleasure having you on this call. And for my producer, Clark Swim, I'm Vince Williams saying thank you for watching MWBA basketball here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. So long and good afternoon from Halifax, Nova Scotia.